Hey guys, this isn't hard. 556, 557, 558, and 563. Now, technically, this homework isn't until next week, so the April 13th through the 17th. So I'll post it early. I will put it on our Wix site under Math Only, and you can download it from there, and you can watch this lesson right here on YouTube. This doesn't look so bad. We have a really simple looking graph about the type or height of a plant. So let's look at it. How many centimeters did the plant grow in the first 3 weeks? We can do that. That's not bad. Well, this isn't that bad. We just need to look over to the third week along the bottom of the x-axis and then go straight up to the ordered pair, which would be 3 on the x, and the y-axis would be 60. The next question is a good one. Between which 2 weeks did the plant grow the least? And you don't even really have to look at the numbers. If you look at the shape of the line and the direction it takes, at one point it stops going up and goes slightly horizontal. And if you look there, that should be your hint to the answer to number 2. Dude, this is too easy. My one hint is going to be parentheses, and maybe another hint would be breaking the number. And also thinking about how would you multiply this in your head? You would do something, hint, with the 6 as in 60 and 3 as in 3, and use some parentheses, and don't forget about multiplying the 7. Okay, if you can't decide if this is addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division, then we have bigger problems. But I think you can do this on your own. Okay, if you remember, I think we did this before, but it's a really good problem to do. And one of the things you should be looking on this page, it does say spiral review. And spiral means coming back to something we've done before. And so there's going to be some skills that we need to think about that we've done before. So let's read the problem. It says a student athlete runs 3 1/3 miles in 30 minutes. That's a good number because if they ran in 60 minutes, which would be an hour or per hour, you could just double that. And so that would be 6 2/3 miles per hour. I like how they use 30 minutes because we could just double the 30 minutes plus the distance and we get a miles per hour, which might help us visualize and help solve the problem in other ways. Now, a professional runner obviously is going to run faster, right? So the professional runner can run 1 times as far, which would be the same, but he can also run 1/4 more. How far can the professional runner run in 30 minutes? Sounds like a multiplication problem. Okay, I shouldn't do this, but it's going to help you a little bit. Now, what someone could do is multiply 3 1/3 times 1 1/4. I'm going to help you out a little bit here. If you multiply something by 1, it stays the same, right? So what I recommend, multiply 3 1/3 times 1/4. You're going to do something with that answer. I'm going to let you decide what you do with it. You can do this. Multiply these two fractions. Take the answer, pointing at it right here. Take this answer and, I hate to say it, just do something with it so that the original 3 1/3 miles becomes larger. And that's as much as I can tell you. I also expect for you guys to explain in text. Give me some words why this works. Here's an easy one. It says a recipe for salad dressing calls for 1/4 cup of vinegar. You have 4 cups of vinegar. How many batches of salad dressing can you make with the vinegar? So you have way more vinegar than you need for one recipe. You can make a bunch of recipes. Hey guys, these are easy. We need to review them so we can do well on the mid-chapter review and on the test. But look, there's patterns here. You've seen this a million times. If you look at this, you can crank this out in a few minutes. It says in the first one, multiply the number of laps by 50 to find the number of yards. And 4 times 50 is 200. You get it. Okay, and the next one says multiply the number of pounds by blank to find the cost. So all you do is find the number of pounds and find what you had to do to get the total cost. And you could kind of tell what you multiplied by. So yeah, this will only take you a few minutes. Okay, this is about maps. I like maps. We should make a virtual map of Asia, actually. I can think of a couple different ways to do that. Anyway, this one says a map's key that helps show distances shows that every 5 inches on the map represents 200 miles. Suppose the distance between 2 cities on a map is 7 inches. What's the actual distance between those 2 cities? Then you're supposed to write the rule you use to find the actual distance. That's not bad at all. You can crank that out. Here's another one that's not bad. It says, to make each costume, Rachel uses 6 yards of material and 3 yards of trim. Suppose she uses a total of 48 yards of material to make several costumes. How many yards of trim does she use? Write a rule you use to find the number of yards of trim. I don't even know how much I should help you on this one. This one's really easy. You would make a table like the tables right above on top of the first 4 problems on page 563. I'm not going to set it up for you. I think you can do this independently. Okay, this is not as hard as it looks. Definitions at the top for vocabulary. Sometimes that throws you guys off, but all you need to do is look at the vocabulary box there in yellow. That'll help you answer those 2 questions. Now, one question I did think stood out was, let's see, it's number 4. There is a set of fractions over here to the right where it says 1/4, 3/8, 1/2, and 5/8. And number 3 just asks, how many kittens weigh at least, oh, wait a minute. How many kittens weigh at least 3/8 of a pound? Okay, first time I looked at that, I immediately thought it was 4. That's not the answer to that. Do you know why? Okay, the other thing was going to look at this. And I remember we were talking with lasagna on a problem like this before. And then I think Colin had another idea for adding some fractions mentally. But it says, what is the combined weight of all the kittens? So there are 3 kittens that weigh 1/4 of a pound. Okay, so that means those 3 kittens weigh a combined total of 3/4 of a pound. You have to find the total weight. So the first 3 kittens weigh combined 3/4 of a pound. Now the next level of kitten is 3/8 of a pound, and there's 4 kittens that weigh 3/8 of a pound. So that means it goes 3/8, 6/8, 9/8, 12/8. So you're going to do a lot of fraction adding to get there. But if you're smart and if you really don't get stressed, you can do some mental math that'll make that a lot easier. Okay, here's the deal. I'm not supposed to be posting any homework until a week from today. So this would be for April 13th through April 17th. And it's a good amount of work. And I think kids work on it. It will be pretty interesting. So I'm going to post the downloadable PowerPoint files, which could be printed or you could, make them interesting. And I'm going to put them on our Wix site. And I'll send you an email link that shows you exactly how to do this. So it'll be on our Wix site. And I think I have a tab that's called Work from Home, Math Only, something like that. And I'll send that link to everybody. And then you'll click on it and download it, and you can work on it. So once again, 556, 557, and 558. Also 563. You can use your workbook and just do hard copies of it. Because here's something that's interesting. I was told that if your parents email me and tell me it's done, then I can take their word for it. It depends on your access to technology. So let's not make it too hard, and you know how to text me if you have any questions.